Big John McCarthy, our ref for this matchup for the middleweight championship. This is scheduled for five-minute rounds because the title is on the line.
Matthew comes from a great school, you know, in Undisputed. He actually has some of the great, competition and training partners out there in San Diego. And, you know, wrestled a little bit in high school. Be interesting to see him trade for a second. And I bet you he tries to take it to the ground, put Sean on his back. But many opponents have found that difficult to do.
Sean Strickland is obviously a fighter that, you know, doesn't really rush in. He kind of just goes through the feel-out process, and you can see that right now. And Lagler's just backing him off a bit with those inside leg kicks.
I think he's waiting for Sean to overcommit, and he's going to, you know, take a good shot in, or at least close the distance, go for a body lock.
That inside leg kick, he continues with that. He's going to be able to slow Sean Strickland's athletic ability down a little bit.
I call it the Paul Varelans method.
Well, you can see right now Matthew standing in the southpaw stance. What he does is he paws over Sean's jab and tries to come in with a jab of his own. So watch him as he circles to his right here in a second. You'll see him trying to come over that hand.
You know, the way he finished that fight with Daniel Hernandez is what makes him sort of a dangerous fighter. We didn't see that coming out of anywhere. It's kind of crafty.
Initially, he trained with, I believe, Barrett Yoshida out there in San Diego, and Barrett is one of the most trickiest, well-rounded jiu-jitsu black belts out there.
You know, Lagler himself said it, that he has fought better fighters than Sean Strickland.
Got to be careful there, grabbing the hand there. That we've seen it time and time again where the guy with the longer reach would come over with an elbow.
He just took one on the jaw there, too. But Lagler says he's not impressed by the record. It doesn't matter to him. He says that he has what it takes, the tools in the arsenal, to be able to take out someone like Sean Strickland.
That's what makes him dangerous.
Absolutely.
I heard a really good coach tell me once, you know, you praying before your fight and your other fighter is praying before a fight, and who believes more? And right now, I mean, Matthew looks not to be intimidated by Sean, which constantly puts him in as a threat to Sean.
You know, it's amazing to see how Sean Strickland has grown over the years. We've seen him witness every one of his fights, actually, here at King of the Cage since, you know, he was 18. Now, obviously, grown up to be a middleweight champion here.
A little welching going on in the inside knee of Strickland.
And you can see it kind of affect him a little bit. He's kind of bouncing a little bit more onto it. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pick it up, though.
Do you think Sean Strickland is going to maybe push this a little more because of that, you know, knowing how dangerous that could be over time?
Well, he just came from a 5-round fight in the Philippines, so he knows that he has plenty of time. Sure. Whereas before, he's, you know, finishing everyone as soon as possible.
Yeah.
That might make him even more dangerous, you know?
Sure.
Matthew doing a good job of circling away from the power, and then he cuts back. He's got to be careful. That right leg roundhouse or that straight right can connect. Nice. See how he's trying to pat that jab down and come in with a jab of his own?
Matthew just chopping away with that inside leg kick, slipping to his right.
You know, knowing Strickland in the position he's in as middleweight champion, does he need to finish this fight to solidify to everybody that he's the top in the world? Or, you know, if this goes a distance, could that reflect bad on Sean Strickland? I don't know.
How can you say that reflects bad on Sean? Maybe it just puts Matthew in a new light.
Sure.
Honestly, you know, after a performance coming off his last fight, and right now showing no intimidation. Like, he's not scared. You know, he's not running.
No, he's not.
He's standing in the pocket. He may eat a blow, but he's ready to throw one back, and you can tell by the welting in Sean's leg.
Now, a lot of people don't understand that when a fighter looks at another fighter in the eyes, it's like the poker face. You know, you think he's going to punch you, but he's going to kick you.
Well, Sean Strickland just pressuring up against the fence, slowly closing the distance. This is exactly where Matthew doesn't want to be, against the fence. He needs to get off away from that fence. Sean's going to step in and tag him.
Sean's doing a great job of cutting off the ring. Notice instead of following Matthew, he's cutting him off. Matthew taking the center again. Smart. Got to be careful. He's going to the well kind of one too many times with that inside leg kick.
You think Lagler would be safer on the ground with someone like Sean Strickland, but taking him down would be a job in itself.
Well, definitely going to cause you to use a lot of energy that you wouldn't have used, and if you don't get it, you know, not going to be a good factor in the eyes of the judges. they're just filling it out. 5-round fight.
Sean just getting a little bit looser here. Goes left hook, straight right, while Lagler's up against the fence.
I like how you were talking about, Sean, about how he's getting his distance and his range. Sean's definitely doing a good job of stalking him, not getting overcommitted. I'd like him to see a little, like to throw a little bit more than 3 or 4 punches. I'd like to see maybe 6, 7 punches.
Oh,
nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice follow-up. That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? Good stop by the referee there, John McCarthy.
That's exactly what we were talking about. Sean Strickland solidifies his victory. Not only goes to a distance, or no submission, just comes in and closes it off, closes the deal. We didn't even, and you said that, Sean, he was closing in slowly, and it kind of came in, and that was it.
Slowly closing the distance. Looked like he hurt his right hand in one of those combinations. Let's take a look. Pushing Lagler back towards the fence, hits him with a straight right. There he is against the fence, and here it comes. Sean sizing him up, nowhere for him to go. Body shot, rocks Lagler, and the next thing you know, we have a 15-punch combination, and just finishes it with left hooks to the body and head.
Absolutely beautiful finish displayed by Sean Strickland. Follows up with a barrage of punches. And that's exactly what you're talking about, Sean. He was just working him up. He was just waiting for the right moment, calculated it perfect. McCarthy steps in, and that's it.
I'll tell you what, this is a testament to Sean Strickland's professionalism and where he's gone in his sport. It's his 13th fight, which doesn't seem like a lot, but he's fighting like has 20, 25 fights. I'm telling you, this guy at this weight class is one of the top 5 guys at 185 in the entire world.
Yeah, at 13-0, who is going to take this guy on right now?
Well,
I can't even think of anybody right now.
He's an amazing athlete. He has great agility, incredible balance, and he's huge.
Absolutely.
So that with the 13th fight and learning to take his time, to strike when he needs to strike, back off, I'm telling you, this kid is the next huge thing at 185 pounds.
Absolutely. Sean Strickland victorious here tonight, defends his middleweight crown, 13-0, undefeated, perfect record. And he's on to some big and huge things here at King of the Cage. We're going to go ahead and throw it to Dean Stone for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy calls a halt to this bout due to strikes. The official time, 4 minutes and 59 seconds of round number 1. The winner by TKO, and still the undefeated King of the Cage, middleweight champion of the world, Sean Tarzan Strickland.
All right, Joe Stevenson going to have a couple words with the middleweight championship. Middleweight champion.
Congratulations, Hernandez. I was rooting for you.
Sean?
I love this guy, by the way. He's awesome.
Sean, you did such a great job out there in the first round. It looked like you were trying to kind of feel him out. You've been 5 rounds before. Were you thinking this one was going 5 rounds?
I just like to wait until I seen an opening, and once he's back, I seen that body shot, but I'm sorry if the fight was boring for the first 4 minutes and 55 seconds, but I always try to finish someone for you guys.
No one's disappointed. Back to you, Steve.